Today on the table, we have a Fabrique Nationale model 1910. This pistol was designed by John Browning. It's basically, to me, a copy of the Colt hammerless, which I'll make another longer form history video in regards to. It came in two different variants. This is a 380, and it also came in a 32 ACP. They made it from 1910 until 1983, actually, so actually quite a while. It is from Belgium, so FN is a Belgian company. This one is all original. It has its plastic kind of Bakelite grips on it as well. The other cool thing about it, and when I was looking to buy it, and which was very hard to find, by the way, it was very easy to find a model 1922, but these 1910s were a lot tougher to find, or at least one in fantastic shape, is that with the magazine, you can see here, which is what I was looking for, is it actually still has, or it has the FN stamp on the magazine, because I wanted to make sure I had gotten, an original one with an original mag, as I was hunting for one. It's in basically perfect condition. It's never been reblued. It does have its original stamp marks on it, so it actually has proof marks. You can see also too that it was, the serial number's been stamped on the barrel and on the frame as well. The proof marks I've actually not looked up yet. You can see them here. There's a few here right there. I haven't looked to see, what those are for. I imagine it's some type of, Belgian European proof, and I'll have to get my proof book to look them up. It does have a cool grip safety. You can see that here. And then we can look to, you can see it also is not loaded, just to make sure so everybody can see that there. But it's, just super cool in that regards. It was used, and actually one of the main reasons why I wanted one is because if you guys are big movie buffs, James Bond, the very first movie, Dr. No, he actually uses model 1910 before he switches to the PPK. So in the very, very first James Bond movie, this is the very first James Bond gun. So, and it is a little different than the model 1922. The 22 is longer. So this one, it weighs about 590 grams. The total length on it, at least from here to here, is 153 millimeters. And the barrel length on it, which is like right from here to here, is about 80 millimeters. The model 1922 is a bit longer. It'd be like right around here. And that it does not have this like ridged lip around the end of the barrel. And like I said, it came in a 380 and in a 32 ACP. The 380 is a 6-round magazine, and the 32 is a 7-round magazine. So just if that makes it a little bit more clear on that. It does have just your standard notch and post sights. And again, if you want to call this little sight right here in the front a post, it's about as level with the top of the gun. There's not much of a post to it. It's, if you look here, it is pretty much flat. You're just looking down like this groove along the top. That is about all there is to it. There's a little bit of a notch here in the back, but again, I would imagine it's really just point and shoot. I like it too because it does have two safeties. You can use the regular slide safety on it, and then also because of the grip safety. So that is a cool, Browning Colt design. It's got some pretty interesting history on it, or at least the design and the use of them over the years. It was used in a ton of different wars. So because it was a 1910 gun, it was used in World War I. It was used in World War II, Spanish Civil War, and then a couple wars in the late 50s that were in Lebanon. It does have a little bit of a darker past, which we can unfortunately finish on, is that it was used in, unfortunately, a couple different assassinations. So Paul Dumont or something like that, he was the president of France, and he was assassinated with this model by a Russian, and that was in 1932. And he used a 32 ACP version of this model 1910 to do that. And it's oddly in a museum, apparently. And then another two that unfortunately happened was Hannie Schaft. She was a Dutch resistance person, and she was assassinated with one of these back in actually I don't know what year it was, but it was a while ago. But she was used. Model 1922 was used against her, and then the governor of Louisiana back in 1935 was assassinated with one of these as well. And again, weirdly, I don't know why we have them in the museum, but the one that was used to do that is in a museum in Baton Rouge. But, you know, even on that last note, it is just a cool, it's quite heavy. You can just tell how nicely it's made. You know, I just like it because, again, it was in the James Bond movies, and I wanted to have one, and because FN makes really, really nice pistols. So just a little history. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.